Hi everyone, I'm Terry, and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 127. Welcome. Okay, so for this week, I don't have any finished objects I can show you. Well, I finished a few things, but it's things that I cannot show because they are for Christmas swap that I'm doing, and so it's a secret, or I don't want it to show before the recipient gets it. I did take a picture of a few of the items, so after the fact I can share with you what I did, and then I'm preparing a few things that I'm going to be saving for Vlogmas. So other than that, I don't have any finished objects to show you, but I do have several works in progress, so I'll show you what I did. Okay, so I'm continuing to work on the Crochet Along project. This is something that I belong to on a Facebook page called Crochet Creations by Christy/Sharing Makers. I think that's what it's called. Loretta over at Homemade with Love by Loretta and Blaine, she invited me into the group, added me to the group, and they were doing an October crochet along using it just said to pick 4 cakes of some self-striping yarn, like the Yarn Bee Sugar Wheel by Hobby Lobby, which is what I picked out and to use. And so I just finished my 3rd cake, so I've got one more to add to the project. Then I'll show you how big it is so far. Right here, and I will pop in a picture here so then you can see it all laid out in my progress so far. Okay, so this is using the colorway Green Tea Swirl, and like I said, it is Yarn Bee Sugar Wheel. And I was gifted, well, I had bought one of these on clearance, as you see the clearance sticker from Hobby Lobby. I had bought one and I didn't have any other ones, and Loretta over at Homemade with Love by Loretta and Blaine, she was so sweet, and she said that she had one, and so she just sent it to me to put along with the one that I had. And then Terri over at the Dulo family, I think that's the name of her channel, she had 2, and so she sent me those, and so I ended up with 4, and it was just enough to get this project put together. So thank you so much to both of you for thinking of me and sending me that yarn. So anyway, so far, well, this is, like I said, 3 skeins, and it is a square blanket, and I measured it, and so far this with 3 skeins is turned out to be 40 inches, okay, across, 40 by 40. Really like the pattern. I'm thinking that the colorway looks really good, turned out really good. I don't know if you can see it that well because of the holes, but anyway, I am going to be adding the 4th skein, and this is where I left off right there, which is that red color. And so when I take this skein, as you see, cake, it does not start with the red. And so just like I did the other one, I'm going to have to take this core out until I get to where it is the red, and then I will continue on until I get to the end, which, as you see, starts with this yellow again, and then I will join back with this yellow and finish it up. So that's what I'm doing. So it is color controlling, sort of. I mean, I don't cut it where it changes. I'm letting it flow, but I do try to stay with the color sequence. Okay. Oh, and I'm using a J hook, which is a 6mm hook. Okay. So that is works in progress number 1. Works in progress number 2 is I'm back to working on the deer blanket. for the longest time I had the middle section done, and then it kind of took a nap for a while. But I am working on it again, and like I said, or I mentioned when I was working on it before, that this will be a Christmas gift. And just as a reminder, I am working out of the book Wildlife Cable Afghans right there. And I am doing the deer blanket, which is this one, that one. And I am not doing this cabling pattern though. I started doing it, but it was just a very, it was kind of a difficult pattern. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but I didn't want to have as many repeats as I was going to have to do to put those bars on there. I just decided that I wasn't going to do that. So what I ended up doing is I'm using this one, which is on the bear. See that right there? This is the bar pattern that I am using. Now let me show you how much I've done. Now I've showed you the center piece before, which is the, let me do it this way. There is the deer image, okay? And as you see, I have done 2 of the bars. So you do this short bar right there. So I've done that one across the top. I've already stitched it on. And then you do this long bar here. So I've done that one of the long bars. See? I really like the texture, how that's working out. I have done, and as you see in the middle, on the corners, you do these squares, and I have done 2 of those. So I've got this one stitched on. I have done this second one, and so I do need to do 2 more of the corner squares. And so this is the width of it so far. Of course, I'll put another corner square there, and when I did that to try to see how wide this is going to be, it only measured about 33.5 inches wide, and it is coming out the size that it said in the pattern book. It says here finished size is, it says finished size 35.5 by 44 3/4, and that is in inches. And my width, I think it is turning out, I was going to say 33, but that's a different project. I believe I did measure it, and it is coming out right at 35.5 inches wide, just like the way it says. But to me, that just seems like it's a little bit smaller than what I was thinking that it would be. And so once I get it completed, I have an idea of what I might do to enlarge it, but I'm going to wait until I get it completed and then see what I'll do from there. Now, I did run out of the yarn though. The yarn that I'm using, now the white right there is Caron Simply Soft in white, and I've got plenty of that. Well, I mean, I've got plenty of that. But then this color that I'm using is Lion Brand Heartland in the colorway Grand Canyon, I believe. And I bought what it said, or I thought I did. What it's called for, let's see, yeah, this is called Grand Canyon. But for some reason, unless I've got a skein or 2 somewhere that got separated from my bag, which possibly that happened, I'm not sure. I don't know for sure, but I think I'm going to have to go make a Joann's or Michael's run, I'm not sure, and get some more of the Grand Canyon, because I still have to have, like I said, I still have 2 more corner squares, a short panel, and 1 long panel side to do. And so if I can't find them in here, then I'll have to go pick up some more. So, okay, so that is works in progress. Number 2 is that deer blanket. Now, all of these projects, the books that I got them out of, I will, patterns where I got these, I will put the links below in the description box where you can find them. So, like I said, this one, it did come out of this book, but I will link, I'll put a link where you can purchase the book on Amazon, below in the description box. And also well, a link to the Facebook group where the Crochet Along blanket work in progress number 1 that I just showed you, where that is can be found. Okay, next one is works in progress number 3. Now this is a pattern by, well, who's it by? It's by MK Crochet, okay? And I have it here in my Snoopy bag. This is a pattern called Chunky Moles, okay? Really cute little amigurumis. So I'll show you what I'm doing here. This was a pattern that was gifted to me. It's a paid-for pattern, but it was gifted to me by Kaylee C. quite a long time ago. I'm sorry, I'm just getting to it, Kaylee, but I'm enjoying working on this. So anyway, this is going to be a little elephant, or a chunky elephant. Like I said, the pattern's called Chunky Moles. And I have got the body, and as you see, I've got the head. Oh, it doesn't go there. Actually, it's going to attach like this once I close that top up. And I do have the ears. I believe I have all the parts made like that. I just have to put in the details and get things stitched together. So that is the elephant in the set. Now I will pop a picture here of all there's 4 or 5 animals, now I can't remember, in the set of these chunky moles. Super cute. It is a paid-for pattern, but I will pop in a picture and then of course put a link in the description box below where you can purchase the pattern if you want to. So here is the picture of what they're going to be looking like. So thank you so much, Kaylee, for sending me the pattern. It's a fun pattern. I'm enjoying them, and I intend on making all the animals in that set. I think it'll make a very cute Christmas gift set. So like I said, I'm looking forward to making the hippo and the rhino, everything, the lion, and I think it's a giraffe also. So thank you so much, Kaylee, for gifting me that pattern. Okay, the next pattern, the next works in progress that I have, let me close that up, is a commission that I'm making for someone. It's another amigurumi. This one is called the Sleeping Bear, I believe, and it is a pattern by the left-handed crocheter, and I will pop in a picture here what it's going to look like. Okay, so let's see, I believe the picture I put up is a picture of a panda with a striped shirt, and I think that's super cute. But actually what I'm going to be doing this project in is, because they wanted a brown bear, and so I'm going to be doing it in Cafe Latte for the bear color. And I do have the only thing I started barely last night, barely, is the ears. So I've got the ears made, that's it. But I have picked out the colors, and so I'm going to do Cafe Latte, which is Red Heart Super Saver, for the bear part. And then for the shirt, now the people that, the lady that wants this bear, their alma mater is, they went to Ole Miss, which I believe is the University of Mississippi, is that right? Anyway, the colors are navy and red, and so for the shirt on that bear is going to be navy, which is Red Heart Super Saver soft navy, and red, which is, I think this is cherry red, Red Heart Super Saver, yeah. So anyway, it's going to be a blue shirt with the red trim, cuffs and whatnot. So I think it's going to be really cute, and so like I said, I've gotten started barely on it. I am using an E-hook. I think it actually calls for an I-hook, which makes a quite a bit larger bear. I think it makes it to be 16 inches long or something, and so I am going down to an E-hook to make it smaller and be sturdier. You know, I have a hard time doing amigurumis using an I-hook and then the stuffing not showing through. So I always like to do my amigurumis with either an F hook, which is 3.75 millimeter, or an E hook, which is 3.5 millimeter, which is what I use for all the Just Huff patterns that I have been making recently. So anyway, I just started on that, just barely on the bear. And so far so good on that one. So anyway, let's see, other works in progress. That's all really that I have to show you. I am keeping up with the Loom Along project that Llama Mama Kayla is hostessing. Now, I'm not doing it on the knitting loom. I spoke about that last week. I am doing the block stitch following a chart, like a Grafgan chart. Now, I did do a tutorial on how to do the block stitch and reading a chart, and so I will link that and that tutorial in the description box below. I have both left-handed and right-handed versions of it. Anyway, so that's how I'm doing it, and I'm following the chart horizontally. I didn't bring it in here to show you because this Loom Along is where Kayla is releasing one row per week, and it could because the way she's doing it, it's looming little circles that are going to be sewn together, and of course it takes longer to do that. And so she's just releasing one row per week, and it'll be a 40 row by 40 column, whatever, 40 by 40 square chart or whatever. And so you have 40 of those circles across, and so her piece is turning out quite larger than mine. Mine is about half the size of hers, but I just decided to do mine in crochet and do the block stitch instead. So anyway, instead of showing you every week because it's just one row different, I will show you probably monthly, I was thinking, so that way I'd have a little, you know, a 4-row section or whatever different, and then you can see it as it grows that way. So anyway, I'm having a fun time with that. I just completed we've done 5 rows, I think, and yes, and so each Sunday she releases, or Sunday or Monday, somewhere like that, she releases the next row, and so like I said, I am enjoying working on that, and you will be seeing it in the future as it progresses along. Okay, that is all my works in progresses. Upcoming, there is the Jada and Stitches calendar for blanket for 2019. I still haven't done the pumpkins or the sunflowers, which is the most recent 2 tutorials that she released, additions for that project. I still need to do it. Hopefully I'll get onto those, and I will get them onto the blanket, made and onto the blanket to show you next week. I haven't done it yet, but it's upcoming. Okay, also upcoming is more of the chunky moles. Like I was saying, I'm just about to finish with the elephant. Hopefully that'll be finished. And then I will have I want to start on maybe the hippo next. I don't know, they're so cute. And so those are upcoming because I do want to do the set, because I think the set would be a cute little Christmas gift for one of my little people in my life. And so be on the lookout for some more of those in that set being created. Okay, and then let's see, so we are in November now. November is my birthday month. I was wanting to do an extra video or 2 per week each week of November. I'm taking a break from the daily videos like I did in Vlogtober because I intend on doing Vlogmas in December, and so be looking for that. I think it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to doing it. But so anyway, I have a couple of tutorials, short tutorials. I had a couple of questions during Vlogtober asking me how to do certain things, and so I'm intend on making at least one probably tomorrow and have it up this weekend, possibly posted, and then another one the following week, and then I don't know what extra ones I'll do for the rest of the month, but I do have 2 for sure that I want to get done and released, and they will be little short tutorials, because one of them is a stitch tutorial, and then the other one will be the how I make the backpack buddies, as far as not a full tutorial, but just how I attach the strings or whatever to the, turn something into a backpack buddy. So anyway, So be looking for that. I hope you will check the tutorials out. Of course, I will have it in the left-handed and right-handed versions of those. Okay, so next is acquisitions. I have a couple of books I want to show you. Okay, so the first one I received is a friend of mine was thinning out her book collection, I guess, or downsizing her book collection, and she gifted me this book, and so I was very thankful that she gave it to me and thought of me to give it to me. Thought of me, you know, when she was giving it away. But anyway, it is the Crochet Stitch Bible. And I have seen this before, and I believe it is on Amazon, so I will put a link below to where you can purchase one. This one, says, let's see, it's got over 200 traditional and contemporary stitches with easy to follow charts. And one thing I like is that it is spiral bound, so that way it will lay open quite well, which I really like that. And of course there are pictures of all the different stitch patterns. Let's see, find one that might be a little easier. That one's kind of dark in color just on the camera. Here is one that you can kind of see, and as you can see, there's charts that are also included, so that kind of gives you practice in reading charts. And then of course it is written out as well of what the repeats are and everything. And anyway, like I said, it says it's 200 stitches, all kinds of stitches, and even a few edgings, and a few motifs here and there. Here's a 6-petal flower right there. Anyway, I really am enjoying looking at these, and I think this will be a very useful book to have in my library. And so, like I said, this was gifted to me by a friend of mine. And now also, this is something I ordered from Amazon. Of course, every time I need to order something for Amazon for the household or whatever, I always check the crochet department and see if there's anything I want to add to the order. Well, I found this book, and I thought that since this is upcoming into the holiday season, that I thought this one would be a great book to have. And it is called Amigurumi Winter Wonderland. 15 original crochet patterns, and it's by Ilaria Kaliri. I probably am not pronouncing that right, but anyway, here's what the book looks like. And they've got some really cute patterns in here. Some amigurumis, and like here, oh, I love this little the Saint Bernard puppy right there. Isn't that cute? And there is they're amigurumis. Here is elves, or an elf pattern. They have a reindeer. They have a, let's see, here is a nativity scene, just a 3-piece set right there. They have, let me show you the reindeers really. Oh, and here is a kind of a simple-ish gingerbread house right there. It doesn't have a whole lot of extra little candy trims on it, but I think it's cute if you wanted just a basic gingerbread house. Let's see. There is a few ornaments. Here's a star ornament right there. So anyway, I think it's cute. It seems to be a nice book. I haven't done any of the patterns in it yet. I will show you. Let me just put this here so then I can show you better. But here is a really cute Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer right there. So anyway, I think it's got some nice patterns in it, and so I just want to let you know about it and show what the acquisitions I had recently got. Let me see, I covered up my notes here. Okay, so that is it, I think. Yeah, just like I said, I worked on a lot of things, but some secret things that's for gifts and a gift swap that I could not show you right now. So, and then like I said, I have picked up some of my whips. I've been trying to get those cleared out, so that's good. Okay, so thanks everybody for subscribing. Welcome to my new subscribers, and welcome and thank you so much for the subscribers that have been with me from the beginning. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, and check out my videos. I try to do a variety of different things, and tutorials and things here and there as well. I do have a Facebook group called Yarnjoy Podcast, and we have a great time over there sharing our projects and pictures and things of what everybody's working on. I really like interacting there because I can see what everybody else is working on instead of just showing my stuff. So consider joining our Facebook group if you are on Facebook. And I think that's all, I guess. So everybody have a great weekend, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.